So we had a hedge sort of like this. It was about 3 meters high, but it got a bug in it and it started dying off. So in the end, I just cut it off with a chainsaw. And then I thought, well, we'll just rake the wood chips out of the way and we'll just pull those stumps out. For a start, I thought using the digger to pull these stumps out would be a bit overkill because they're not very big, but it turned out they had quite a lot of roots and they had quite a firm grip on the ground. The roots weren't overly big, but there was a lot of them, and some of them actually went quite a long way. So it took a bit of force to break them out. So this digger with the ripper and the thumb on was ideal for this job, and I just pull them out, lift them up in the air and drop them a couple of times, try and shake the dirt out. And I just swing around and drop them on the trailer. I didn't even have to handle them at all. They're not overly big stumps, but it would have been quite a major job to dig these out by hand. So sometimes it's really good to have a little digger sitting in the shed to do jobs like this. And this ripper worked well for this job because if you use a bucket, you'd be pulling up too much dirt with it. You can see though actually there's quite a bit of roots on some of these. Initially I thought if I raked the wood chips back, we'd just pull them out and there'd be no mess, but the roots actually went that far that I was pulling up all sorts of stuff and making quite a mess. But once it's all loose, it doesn't take too much to sort it out. You can see here that some of the roots actually go quite a long way. Would have been a major job trying to dig them out with a shovel or a spade, but this thing just makes it so easy. Doing it by hand would have taken hours. The whole job here took about 15 or 20 minutes and it's all done. And I didn't even have to touch a stump, I just did the whole lot from sitting on the digger. And I only had to shift the trailer once. So we straightened all the rocks out, levelled the ground out, planted a new hedge, and then we got some new wood chips to put round it. And it's jobs like this, it's quite handy if you got grandchildren hanging around the place. You can actually get them out and get them doing a bit of work. Maybe they need a bit of tuition on the rake, but we get them working. They do a good job. They do tend to sometimes play to the camera a bit, but that's just one of those things you got to put up with. These wood chips are nice and easy to shovel round. They're nice and light. It's not like rocky metal or anything. So we do need some metal round, and so we enlisted some more grandchildren. They weren't keen to come out, but once we told them, well, no, this is going on YouTube. You'll be famous all around the world. That's what got them out there. They certainly did seem to like to play up to the camera.
Half full. Where do you want it?
But they say many hands make light work, so we get them all out there working. I don't know if this is what they mean when they call them drama queens, but they're doing all right.
This is slave labor, child labor.
Could have a bit more shoveling and a bit less talking.
I don't know if it's like this real. Child.
They're doing a good job, actually.
Onward! I get a shovel!
Here comes some reinforcements. You've got to make use of these grandchildren. Obviously we've got a bit of tuition to do with their raking and shoveling techniques, but I still think you should be subscribing to this channel and clicking on the like button, because we're achieving something pretty major here. We're doing stuff that the education department and the government and even the World Health Organization can't achieve, and what we're doing here is we're getting these young brats out from their iPads and their smartphones, and they've laid those down and taken up shovels and rakes, and that's quite a major achievement. So we're really making progress here, and once we get started we can only improve on it by a bit of instructions on how to do it properly. And the beauty of it was no one was actually got any feet or arms chopped off with shovels or rakes. Oh yeah, here we're doing the posing bit. I'm not sure what happened here. I think this might be the bit where I told them they'd be broadcast around the world, but they wouldn't be collecting any royalties. They wouldn't be getting paid for their part in this, you know. So there looked to be a bit of distress coming in. So after all the hard work, we give them a bit of rest and recreation, have a game of petanque, and although the old petanque court does look like it needs a bit of a facelift, doesn't it?
How do you actually good at this game?
I have horrible vision. On my left.
We just need to give the trees a bit of a drink. And once again, we have trouble with playing up to the camera. hedge is in, the chips are in, the metal's round it, and now they're watered, all ready to grow. So that's good, and that's it for now.